It's kind of a first interview, even before the other one. So you have just reached the community, and what do you think, for example, Ellie, what is your role as the wife of the rabbi?
Most of the travelers that come through coaching, the Jewish travelers, are looking for something that's like Beit Chabad, like the Chabad house, but we are not Chabad. So it's basically my job to look after the community, to provide kosher food for the community, and the travelers coming through. And we have a mikveh here as well, so I'm the official mikveh lady. So that's basically my job, is to look after everyone and provide kosher food for everyone and provide tea for everyone, and just be that person they can come and sit and talk to, or come and have food with.
But it's quite a brave thing to move with your entire family here and try to do several roles, right?
Yes, and that's partly why we've chosen our location, is we had to choose somewhere where I'm safe, seeing that my husband is traveling for most of, the majority of the week he's on the road. So we have lovely landlords that live just above our heads, and that makes it quite safe. And we came out on a pilot trip with the children to see, are they going to survive this? Are they going to get sick? Can they stomach the water? And that all went very well. And based on that pilot trip, we decided to come and try this out.
And on that pilot trip, did you meet the community already?
Yes, so our rabbi introduced us to the community. He also left it up to us to decide kind of where do we want to live, what kind of environment we want to live in, and so on. So we met the community, we met the place where we're going to stay, we met the people around. We met some of the people in Arnakulam, in the other community across the river, during that time, and it was a very pleasant experience. And I think based on that experience, we decided we can do this.
And are you still somehow in between the communities, or you are more connected to one of the two communities, like the Ernakulam and the Kachin?
I don't think really the way we feel about it and what is two different things. But our job is the Paradesi Synagogue. Like, that's where we're assigned to. We love helping out the other communities. We love going and giving some teachings there. We love going to visit them, but our job is the tourism at Paradesi Synagogue.
Okay, so I was saying that although we're here to support both communities and to support the remaining Indian Jews, our actual work here has more to do with the tourism that comes through Paradesi. So the Israelis coming through are asking for Shabbat meals, and as my wife said, using the mikveh and things like that. So really our location close to Paradesi, and that's where I'm running the services, means that we're a lot more involved with the day-to-day runnings of Paradesi. Also, Babu Synagogue has only just reopened, and what exactly is going to happen there and how it's going to operate is still in formation. We're happy to be part of it and to be supportive, but I think they need a bit of time just to decide how they're going to be operational and to what extent they'll be operational.
Do you think there is a chance that it will just remain as a piece of souvenir and not operational? That's what you're...
I think that much like the Paradesi Synagogue, which is also not operational during the week. During the week we don't have a minyan, it's closed for prayers, but on Shabbat it reopens and Jews come in and there's prayers. And I think it's very possible that a synagogue in Anakalam, especially close to more Western hotels there, will have people coming and praying there. I think it's very possible that they will over time get a minyan, and should that be the case, it might be possible for us to go one Shabbat out of the month to them and to run things there, or to make some kind of partnership where we're sending people to both communities. And we're very happy to do that, and to be helpful if we can.
I think that's what you mean by establish themselves, is they don't really know at this point how many people are attending, when are they open, what's going on, and therefore us being there right now is not actually useful to them. They have to just sort of, like settle in a little bit, and then they will definitely reach out to us, as they have been doing, for when they need us to be there.
I assume that they're going to have to do a mixture of the tourist element of inviting Indian tourists and Western tourists to come during the week, and doing what they can to ensure that there is functional prayers when the community is ready to come. And I think that their best option is to run things for Shabbat and not to focus too much on making it a fully functioning synagogue, because like in the case of Paradesi, it's unlikely to be achievable. So they should really focus on the tourism coming through, the Jewish tourism for Shabbat.
I just wanted to clear up that it's not like
we don't have a specific reason why they can't convert, or a specific reason why they can't come to Israel, but because Israel knows that they're looking to come and stay, they've made it very difficult, and they've blocked many of them. Many of them have 10-year bans. Many of them have written incredibly flowery letters to the State Department requesting to come, to take the whole community there, and the Israeli government is not ready at this point to receive them. A majority of Indian Jews have already left India for Israel, and as far as they're concerned, that phase of Indian Aliyah is finished, we think.
At the late 70s, when there was really almost an exodus from Cochin to America and Israel, and after that not really so much, which is why I think even someone who's Jewish from India is a bit more reluctant to make immediate Aliyah than back then, when there was really a whole group of them who left, and all of them came for the celebration here, were the people who left early for their parents.
There's still a pretty active community in Mumbai. They have a very like kind of established community there, and although there is regular Aliyah from that community in Mumbai, they have all the right paperwork and visa ability, and are genuinely more financially able to make this transition of moving countries, and which, as I'm sure you're aware, is very expensive, and to these Erode communities, like the Erode communities and other communities like them, do not have that financial backing to do so. It's a very sad reality that not everybody is able to immigrate because their heart wants to, and because we can't really assist them, we kind of feel that we kind of let them down, because every few days they want us to come and teach them and help them, and we're not
or
always.
They come by train.
Or they come
by train. Come just to come speak to us, or to come and see us, or come and have coffee, or come and talk to us, and it's really kind of a wow moment when these people rock up at your door, and you know they've been on a very hot, very uncomfortable situation for 48 hours just to come and see you.
So there is an emotional side you have to deal
There's
with.
definitely an emotional side to it, where you really get emotionally involved in the process of these people, but for the sake of a longer journey, you have to kind of not get so emotionally, and because the reason we are here is not to help Indian people convert and move to Israel. The reason we are here is a different reason. So if we get emotionally involved in that process, it's detrimental to us and detrimental to them, and that's why we try to help where we can, and really more get involved in them as a people. Like, what do you want to learn? What do you want to know? How can I help you? And not how can I convert you?
It can be, the difference between those statuses can be very, very thin, because any kind of Jewish education could be seen as missionizing, and that would mean that our experience of being here in India would be over. In general, although we run the food and we run the synagogue and we make sure that the scrolls are ready to go and that the prayers are done, the role of the Rabbi and Rebbetzin is to be involved with people emotionally. We're dealing with Israelis straight out the army. It wouldn't be the first time that someone's turned up to have a cup of tea and it's ended in tears, with them telling their stories, or the Erode traveling many, many miles to be with us and to spill their hearts out. That is part of our job description, is to be involved with people emotionally, but there has to be a really, really strong professional cut-off point,
boundary.
a boundary where we can't be overly involved with one person's story more than another person's story. and have made it very clear that any kind of education that could be seen as leading towards conversion with the road community could essentially mean that our visas are over to be here. So we're very cautious and careful about it.